What's good, man? It's your boy GSECAPONE. Smash that like and subscribe button. Shout out to Truth Talk. Truth is, man, you can't stop that truth movement, man. Just going fixing my camera and shit. I don't know what's going on with this. Hold up. Some weird shit. Oh, I used to fucking curve. Alright, man, but yeah, shout out to Truth Talk, Truth is podcast, man. Can't stop the truth movement. Talking about the Illuminati, skulls and bones, you know. About to press this play button, see what he got to say about this.
Hey guys, I hope all is well. Thank you for
Hey,
joining me for this Truth Talk episode. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the skull and bones. But before we begin, I just wanted to remind you guys that if you'd like to further support the channel, join the Truth Movement. I have launched the Truth Movement to help raise money for Truth Records. By becoming a Truth Movement member, you get early access to new videos the moment I'm done making them. That means no more waiting until 1 p.m. And you also get a few other cool perks. So if you'd like to help with the funding of Truth Records and get early access to upcoming videos, join the Truth Movement. The link would be in the description. Now, let's get right into it. According to the Constitution of the United States, anybody over the age of 35 years old who is a natural-born citizen of the United States and have lived at least 14 years in the United States can be president. But is this really true? If we listen to what the Constitution is stating, just about anybody can become president of this country with very few limitations. The thing is, historically we have seen the opposite. Evidence seems to show that not only have our presidents been a part of high society, but they all seem to be connected to each other in one way or another. What if I told you that just about every president is related to each other? A while back, a 12-year-old girl discovered something that I found very interesting. Her and her grandfather discovered that all U.S. presidents, except for one, were related and traced back to the King John of England, who ruled England from the year 1199 to the year 1216.
School Watch tonight, the story of a seventh grader from Salinas who claims to have made a major discovery about President Obama. She and her grandfather say that President Obama is related to all but one U.S. president.
Facts.
Well, Dan, the youngster
shit.
spent the
Remember
summer,
that?
really all summer, tracing the family tree of our presidents. Her
Talking to
conclusion
you.
that all the presidents, with the exception of one, share the same grandfather.
Yeah,
Well, first we start off with George Washington at the top, and then it goes to John Adams, Thomas Jefferson.
11-year-old.
It is believed King John of England was secretly associated with the Knights Templar. The Knights Templar was a Catholic military order that was made up of men from high society,
Assassin's
basically
Creed
the
game,
elite
man. Y'all
of
know
those
about
times.
Assassin's Creed.
Even though the Knights of Templar was supposed to be Catholic, it is believed they secretly worshipped Baphomet and were actually satanic. The Knights Templar would eventually be forced to end, with many of the members being taken out. It is believed some members survived and eventually created the Freemasons we know today. Interesting enough, not only are almost all presidents related to King John of England, but it's also believed that all presidents were Freemason. Our first president, George Washington, was an open Freemason. There's a total of 14 presidents who were open with their Masonic association, but I can confidently say all presidents are Masonic puppets. As we can see, not just any citizen over the age of 35 can become president of the United States. The presidents and all big politicians who are in power all belong to an exclusive club and are connected either by blood dating back to England royalty or a secret brotherhood. I believe our country leaders are chosen well in advance before they even decide to run. These future presidents and politicians are chosen by bloodline early on and molded exactly into the person they need to be to play their future roles in government. This is exactly what the Skull and Bones is, an organization full of college students who are soon to be the next class of elite. The Skull and Bones, otherwise known as the Brotherhood of Death, was founded in 1832 by two men, William Russell and Alphonso Taft, the father of President William Howard Taft, who was also a Skull and Bonesman. The order was exclusively for students
about
who
the
attended
Taft
Yale
family, man.
University. Those who ran the order would pick a day in spring they called Tap Day, where they chose 15 new members of the junior class by tapping them on the shoulder. The Skull and Bones picked the most rich and influential people who they viewed as campus leaders.
See, and they say when they tap you on the shoulder, man, just walk away. Don't even motherfucking respond to that shit. Don't even say a word. Don't even ask who tapped. Like, just walk away. Don't even stand there. Just walk away.
To be their new members. Basically, they chose the next class of elite who would go on to have positions of power later in their lives. Many people think the Freemason and Skull and Bones are not connected, but this isn't true. Alfonso Taft, one of the creators of the Skull and Bones, was a member of the Freemasons and came from a family of Freemasons. Alfonso Taft used his ritual knowledge he learned to create the Skull and Bones organization. I believe many of the organization rituals are inspired by Masonic ritual.
You see what that Willy Wonka movie about, Samaya? You already, whatever that nigga, the nigga last name is Taft. You see the whole Laffy Taffy? Remember what he was at the end of it? He trying to create the perfect candy, and like I said at the end, bro, this shit is crazy. It was about this nigga, man. That shit is wild.
It seems that all of the members go on to become
That's why
rich
they
and
made it
powerful
so
people
fucking
who
sinister
work in
like that.
politics
Like,
or become
that
ultra
Willy
rich
Wonka movie
businessmen,
did
with
give
even
weird
3 of the
vibes,
members
man.
going as far as
That
becoming
whole movie
president.
was
The
creepy.
first person to become a Skull
Even
and
still,
Bonesman
like,
that
I watched that movie as an adult and shit, that Willy Wonka movie, and it's like, yo, that shit had me confused as hell watching that shit. Like, I still don't know what the fuck I'm seeing, bro. Like, that shit is crazy. I know what I'm seeing, but it's like, bro, what? Like, why the hell is this in this damn kids movie? But again, it's about the Skull and Bones.
went on to become a president was William Howard Taft. Then there was George Bush Sr. and George Bush Jr. Something I found interesting while researching the Skull and Bones was in the 2004 presidential run between George Bush and John Kerry. It was discovered that Bush and Kerry both just so happened to be members of the Skull and Bones.
Bro, they look alike,
the secret
bro.
society. It's so secret we can't talk
Yo,
about it.
that's
What does that
crazy,
mean for America?
bro. Kerry and Bush look just alike. I'm about to rewind this shit. Let me see if I catch his that face. Yeah, look right there. They both look alike. Bruh, tell me these niggas not related. My nigga, these niggas is cousins, bro. Cousins, brothers, something, nigga. These niggas is related, bro. Ain't no way. That shit wild.
It was discovered that Bush and Kerry both just so happened to be members of the Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones, the secret society. It's so secret we can't talk about it. What does that mean for America? The conspiracy theorists are going to go
I'm
wild.
sure they are. I don't know. I haven't seen the web.
322?
First of all, he's not the nominee.
Are you prepared to lose?
No, I'm not going to lose.
You both were members of Skull
He
and
said, "No,
Bones,
I'm not
a
gonna
secret
lose."
society at Yale. What does that tell us? Not much, because it's a secret. Is there a secret handshake? Is there a secret code? I wish there were something secret I could manifest.
The table that they sitting at is in the shape of a damn pyramid. Like, yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy how our parents couldn't even pick this shit up back in the day. That's wild. A lot of people missed out on this stuff. It's right there in front of our faces the whole time.
22, a secret number? There are all kinds of secrets, Tim, but one thing is not a secret.
Another Skull and Bonesman was Stephen Munchin, who was the former United States Secretary of Treasury. Another member was John Kerry, who ran for president and was a former Secretary of State and a senator. Another member was Austin Gosby, who was part of Barack Obama's cabinet, who was the chairman of Obama's Council of...
And it's crazy because Austin Gosby and Obama look alike too, yo. That is fucking crazy how this black, like, he's standing there with brown skin, but he somewhat got the same, almost the same jaw structure and the same, like, forehead structure as this white man standing next to him. Like, the ears and everything. Like, that shit is, yo. Hold on, I'm about to show y'all. This shit is crazy. Bro. Look at the jaw features, right? Almost similar. Look at the fucking foreheads, man. And the way they motherfucking... Yo, bruh. Look at the ears. Just look at the look that they give him, you know what I'm saying? They both look this... Yo, that shit is crazy. Niggas look identical, man. Somewhat, bro. No cap.
economic advisors. Even Obama is related by blood to King John of England. Another very important member was Stephen A.
King John of
Schwarzman,
England,
who was the
man. He
founder of the
related. That's
Blackstone
crazy.
investment firm, the most powerful investment firm in the United States. The Blackstone company is worth billions, so it is no surprise that the company's owner, Stephen, would play a part in Donald Trump's campaign. Stephen even went as far as donating millions to Donald Trump. Howard Stanley is another Skull and Bones member who created an ultra-successful business company, Morgan Stanley, which again is worth billions. It is no coincidence that two of the most rich and powerful companies in the world were started by Skull and Bonesmen. Another huge company started by a member of the Skull and Bones was FedEx, which was created by Frederick W. Smith. Some of the richest and most
FedEx
powerful
too?
men in the world were all part of an organization created to shape the future elite. The elite of our world are all in a brotherhood, and they all participate in rituals. The initiation ritual for the Skull and Bones, to me, was very disturbing and proves these men were indeed Satanists. In 2002, a student who attended Yale University managed to sneak into the tomb of the Skull and Bones while an initiation ritual was taking place and recorded some of the initiation.
The university is 300 years old this year, and were you to visit its campus, you would see it still has exotic clubhouses, which look like...
You know, I be doing this on they smoking sometimes, yo. Rise Dispensary Bloomfield, they got the Cure Leaf brand. Go in there, get that bittersweet. That shit at 30%. Yeah, that shit at 30%, man. Shit, guys.
Like tombs where Yale's legendary secret societies meet. But the rituals are still a secret. And so when we heard that some enterprising characters had managed to spy on the famous Skull and Bones Society, well, we couldn't resist.
The videotape provides a grainy glimpse into what appear to be the initiation rituals of a secret society that's been around since 1832, whose members have gone on to be leaders of Wall Street and the White House, the Senate and the Supreme Court.
They're sort of trying to scare the initiates. Disorient them, frighten them.
New York Observer investigative reporter Ron Rosenbaum accompanied a team of Yale students who got these pictures 9 days ago. Rosenbaum's curiosity about Skull and Bones was permanently piqued when, as a classmate of George W. Bush, he lived right next to the Tomb, the group's heavily fortified home. From their perch, Rosenbaum and his cohorts taped the Tomb's courtyard. What they captured, they say, was initiates, known as neophytes, to kiss a skull. Then members performing a mock.
During the initiation, some of the members dressed up as the devil while shrieking and making all types of demonic noises. The members were reciting, "Hangman equals death, the devil equals death, and death equals death." They even made the members that were being initiated kiss a skull, while the rest of the Skull and Bones men did mock sacrifice rituals. Part of their initiation was the rebirth ritual. Just like we talk about often on this channel, the Skull and Bones men make their upcoming members who are joining the order perform a rebirth ritual, as they must be reborn through Satan. Sadly, I couldn't find any footage of the initiation, only articles speaking about it. It appears the video was wiped off the internet. In my opinion, the Bonesmen are Satanists who all took the oath and sold their souls, and it's the reason they go on to be the most powerful people in our world.
The Bonesmen sitting right at the table to this day inside that bitch, bro. Like,
secretly
that
started
shit crazy.
the CIA.
They don't even got no
It
windows
is known
in there.
that the CIA sends scouts to find new potential members at all Ivy League schools, with the most members coming from Yale University, where the Skull and Bones organization lies. At one point, President Bush Sr., who was a Skull and Bonesman, was recruited by the CIA and even ended up becoming the director of the CIA. I don't find this coincidental. I believe the Skull and Bones had their hands in...
The less sunlight in the room, the more time go past, the more evil energy can be used and brought up, and yeah, they could do a lot of shit. You could do a lot of shit just by motherfucking keeping the sunlight out your motherfucking rooms and shit in your house. Make the magic even stronger, but yeah, I don't fuck with that shit.
Starting the CIA, and this is why so many of them end up in the CIA.
Showed us that
While
shit
researching
too.
the order, I also found that the Skull...
After Juice WRLD was doing that little ritual shit on the beach, talking about he about to sell his soul and shit, and then they put the camera on G Herbo's shirt, you know what I'm saying, the black and white checkerboard shirt. He was like, he about to go up inside, that was Trippie Redd house, man. They was going up inside Trippie Redd's studio. Trippie Redd's studio don't got no motherfucking windows. It's like a shed a little bit, somewhat, kinda. I don't know if it's attached to his house or not, but it's like a little shed and shit. But I'm sure it probably got AC or something in it. But yeah, them motherfuckers, they ain't got no windows in there. They don't let no sunlight go in there because They spend their time up in there, and you know the Rain Man, like Jay-Z said, Rain Man possessed them. Supposedly, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say allegedly, supposedly. So, hit this play button.
Bones own Deer Island and St. Lawrence River in Alexandria, New York. New members have to attend secret ritual parties that take place there every year. We already should know what kind of parties take place there on their private little island. I could only imagine that it's very similar to what we've seen in the movie Eyes Wide Shut. They even have a lodge on Deer Island so they can perform their rituals away from the public. As you can see, the Skull and Bones is an order of the elite of our world, and it is connected to the Masonic order. Our presidents and world leaders are all connected either by blood or occult brotherhoods. In my opinion, our leaders have sold their souls generations ago. They all tie back to the Knights of Templar, who were the original Freemasons. Our world is a stage, and those that we see that represent our country are just puppets. The true leader of our country is no other than Lucifer himself, who has made America his home. Our world is rigged, and if you're not a part of their orders, then you're not allowed to truly win in their country. Luckily, we as God people don't need to win in the devil's world. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I just want to give a special...
Man, y'all tell me what y'all think about that video, about the Illuminati and the Masons, how they moving. Y'all think them niggas real? I know they real. Some people don't think they real. They ignore the images and everything that they do. People ride around with the stickers right in the back of their motherfucking cars. Still don't give a fuck. But hey, man, tell me what y'all think about this in the comments. Smash that like, subscribe button. Make sure that the notification bell button is highlighted, checked on all, so you can get notifications every time I post, soon as I post, you know. So I'm out, man. So you drop another one. Gang, gang.